How did someone who grew up in Varanasi grow to all these international countries, have companies in so many places?
I just want to thank my parents who taught me certain basics in my life.
To go back to, being in college, so what did you study?
I was very good in mathematics. Okay. Somehow maths was my first love. Honestly speaking, entrepreneur is not a right word.
Hello everyone, my name is Diji Shujahi and this is Business Best Friends. Business Best Friends is a podcast where we sit with individuals from all fields of business. So not just the business owners or the entrepreneurs, but everyone who makes or break a business. We sit with them, we talk to them about all the highlights, the lowlights, everything that takes to run a business. And today, as best friends do, we sit, we discuss and see how we can support each other. Today, I am joined by a very dear friend and a business associate, the founder and managing director of Sphere IT, Mr. Shiv Gupta. Hi Shiv, welcome to Business Best Friends.
Thank you, Diji. Thank you for having me here. And thank you everyone on that side who chose me on this platform.
I introduced you as the founder and managing director of Sphere IT. And Sphere IT has, I know you've got businesses, I think all across GCC except maybe Kuwait, or do you have an office?
We have started already.
You have started already. So all the GCC countries, Oman, UAE, Saudi, Bahrain, Qatar, and Kuwait. You also have offices in Singapore, UK, US, I believe, India as well.
Yes, we have offices. Beside that, we also work with our associate and partners in other countries where we do not have our direct offices.
This is IT and that's the field of IT, right? But how I know you it's got nothing to do with IT. It's got to do something with the creative art form. It's got all to do with dancing. So what has dance got to do with Shiv Gupta? How is dance and the form of creative arts? And how is it associated with Shiv Gupta, the IT person?
Okay. Since it's a very simple phrase. People say that a man cannot be completed without his better half.
Yes.
So this portion of the business, what you are talking about, Kings United, we call it Kings United Dance Academy. We call it Kings United Performing Center. It's a part of my second half, my wife, Tejas. Tejas is a very passionate dancer, choreographer. Professionally, she's having an accounts background, but dancing in her blood actually. So, and I met my dear friend who is a founder of Kings United Dance Academy, Suresh Mukund. He was the brain behind this concept, and he comes from Mumbai, and he around 10 or 12 years back, he decided to combine few hidden talents from the slum of Mumbai. Yes. And he invested, he picked them up and started giving them a training. And there was a fine day where he thought, let us do something big, and then got them to local reality shows, which is Boogie Woogie, probably you know that. Everybody who knows the dancing
everybody
and all.
In India who is into dancing, yes, knows Boogie
Then
Woogie.
From other reality shows which is based on dancing. And then by winning many awards and championships, then it comes to something which is out of the country, which is Hip Hop International United States. In 2012, that was the first international appearance where Kings United got into, and stood up 8th out of the world ranking, which around 60 plus countries. And that is where people started counting India on a dancing platform. And that is where I met Suresh for the first time after this hip hop journey. And good bonding, we became friends, and our relationship started. Then 2015, he chose again, because by that time there was a very good limelight, and then we went there again and we won bronze medal this time.
Yes.
And then the real journey started after that. And there is a number of championship worldwide performances, whether it is on a world global platform or domestic. We started doing it, and then we started our first franchisee, international franchisee, which is in Oman. My wife took the lead, and we started in Oman. Actually, that is how my journey with the dancing. My wife always say that I can't even move my finger when it comes to the dancing. Actually, I remember on my marriage, that Indian
Yes.
weddings, Sangeet is part of it. And Sangeet is the event where bride and groom both performs actually. When it comes to me, my portion on the stage with the hundreds of people sitting in front of, my portion of dance was performed by my wife. So that is what about me and when it comes to dancing. But yes, the journey of Kings United started from there. And then we are doing good in terms of global appearance. Recently, our team performed in India versus Pakistan in Colombo. Yes. It was a ceremony before the match. 40, 50 of our dancers performed there. So that journey, thanks to Suresh, my partner, who is very actively involved, and that is how we are on the other side.
And what attracted you? What about Suresh's story attracted you to being part of Kings United? Was it your wife telling you that this was, did you find a business idea and you decided to be part of it?
When I met Suresh, he has a different aura actually. He was having a very, very down-to-earth personality, and I somehow felt very connected with him. And then we became a friend, and that is how we started. He was focused on India. My focus was outside India. So that is how we became like a complement to each other, and that is where HHI journey we took. We became the first first organization from the Middle East who took HHI to US. We picked up local talents from Middle East, not only from Oman. Even a couple of people from Dubai.
Yeah.
In every edition, we try to bring them over. And local dancer from Oman, and they go to US and perform. To be very honest, the level of dancing in Middle East, especially Oman, is not that very high.
Yeah.
But we are able to pull them, and we do very well actually. Out of 65, 70 countries, we started coming to below 20. Wow. Top 20 is, I feel it is an achievement. Yes. And this year, in fact, they just started a local dance championship, HHI Oman. Yes. Where we are inviting local dancers across GCC to come and participate and get selected for a major campaign in US, which is a part of the World Hip Hop Championship.
The World Hip Hop Championship.
Yeah, so that is a journey on the other side actually.
Yeah, and the talents, like you said, you get a lot of local talents from the region, from GCC,
Correct,
right?
correct.
Are they locals to the region, or are they expats mostly?
Mostly, as per what culture demands, that not many locals are into the dance.
Yeah.
But other expats, Indian kids, that in India, like every child, he's beside the education, he's either for dance or cricket.
Cricket, yes.
These both are like in
household
every Indian.
thing.
Yes. So that is how we picked up, and very happy to see other nationals or other people are joining. Few young local boys, Arab boys, they are very good in hip hop.
Amazing.
They jump and flip like anybody else actually. That is very good to see that.
Yeah, okay, that's nice. And in India, do they still continue with the ethos of how they started? Is it mostly kids from the slums that have been picked up, or has it grown wider now?
Dancing has become a industry in India right now because of the so many reality shows. They get picked and they suddenly become the star. And they sometimes are very surprised when I started hiring full-time dancers. Their demand, their salary expectations are even more than engineers what we hire, because
wow.
my core business is the software. We keep hiring software engineers. And when I see the dancers demanding more salaries than my software engineer, that is something that initially got me a shock. But gradually I started believing that this is the new India, and that is a form which gave them a very good platform.
True. That's true. The story is so inspirational. Of course, there is a movie made on that too,
Yes,
right? In India,
yes,
a
yes.
very, very famous.
ABCD2.
Yes.
ABCD2. The main character was played by Varun Dhawan.
Varun Dhawan,
And
yes.
the Varun Dhawan basically is Suresh Mukund's
Yes.
in a real life.
Yes.
Very inspirational story. That is how it is.
True. Now let's go back to your main business, which is IT, and you're from Varanasi,
Correct.
right? How did you were born in Varanasi? You studied, I think, most of your studies, your childhood was there. How did someone who grew up in Varanasi have grow to all these international countries, have companies in so many places, and have such a big impact on the IT sphere? How did that journey start?
I just want to thank my parents who gave me certain basics, who taught me certain basics in my life. I was born in a place called Chandoli, which is a new district thanks to previous state government who created multiple new zones and districts. So it is just a 30-40 minutes drive from a main city. And Varanasi is a very spiritual place, and it has a very different aura actually. I suggest everyone, whether you believe what segments of your culture, but it's a must-visit place.
Yes,
actually.
It's a beautiful spiritual
yes,
place. Yeah.
And lower middle class family, very limited options, very limited opportunity. Studied in a local school. I remember those time in early 90s, we used to carry our a small portion of carpet where we have to go and sit in the school. Our schools did not have even benches.
Oh,
so,
wow. Okay.
so
Yeah.
I come from that part
That
of
part
India.
of India, yes.
And India has transformed drastically in last couple of decades, especially last 10 years was drastic change. If you go to the Indian schools, it's completely different actually.
The public schools?
Everything is changed now.
Oh, okay.
So I come from that journey
Yes.
where ABCD was taught in 6th grade.
My goodness.
This is a lot of people do not even know that ABCD was taught in 6th grade and not in KG and all. We were Hindi medium
Hindi
students.
medium, yes.
So हम लोग kakha gaga se started
Yeah,
actually.
ka, yeah.
Yes. So those journey when big shocking when I was in college.
So where did you
First-
go to college? Also in Varanasi?
In my hometown, all went to my hometown. Until 12th grade, I was in my hometown. And when I went to the college, which is in the city, Varanasi, when I get to see girls sitting beside me, actually, it was a very different experience. You never thought that it will be co-ed, a typical village background. Yes,
yeah.
yes. And when you go there, you can't even phrase a sentence in English, right? Where your teachers will be starting everything
In English.
in English, and that is where it took almost many months, I would say. I would say year before I started understanding the language, like what I've been taught in the school, in the college. And when I remember when people make fun of those who do not understand that particular language, I feel connected, right? Yes. It is not something that it is God gifted. Like people were born in a culture, like in Dubai, by default they start speaking English. It's a part of the routine, right? But understand the kid who has never seen those luxury and all. Getting into that society and grabbing it is not easy actually. Very proud to say that I come from that area which gave me all the basics, which I can proudly say that those basics are 100% right. And I can challenge anybody who's come and say that no, those basics are not right.
Right.
So I set up myself as example that yes, those basics are right.
True. And I like the story last time when we were talking. You say that you want to instill, you've got kids yourself, and you want to make sure that you instill those basics in your children as well, and they have to go back home every school holidays.
Correct.
To bring them closer to their roots.
Correct. My elder son was born in US. We were in America. We were in New York City. living a very different life. And when I realized my kid, my son, running away from, you see a small insect, it will start running. Where in my town, even my family, like my brother's kids and all, when they see something, they will go and run the insect.
Go behind the insect.
Go behind them and pick them up with the open hand and throw them out. And where I see my son, then I said, where are we going? This is not something correct, because I wanted him to be connected with his roots, which is my root actually.
True.
And that is one of the incidents where I decided that he has to go back to India and understand the life. He was in 1 year when I got them to India, and he was there for 3 months in those time. From there, he started picking up actually, and I was very happy to see when he came back after 3-4 months, and he was behaving very differently. He was not scared with everything, and that is the one inspiration in my life where I want them to learn everything. And that is one of the reason why I decided to grow them up outside the United States actually. I am not against any culture and all, but this is not my type actually.
Correct. Yeah.
So
it's not your culture.
Yeah, this is not what I. So that is what we moved. We decided to keep the kids in surroundings where we come from, and that is how they learn. And my son plays for under 19 Oman national team. I'm very proudly saying that, and very focused child. Inspired by Virat Kohli and follows his diets plan and everything, and he still every rainy season, July, he goes to India, he goes to village, he spends a month with farmers within farming lands barefoot. His knee will be until there'll be water until his knee during the rains, and he will plant rice actually. We call it ropni in Bhojpuri. And he does every year, 1 month voluntarily, stays there.
Yes.
So that is the transformation within his personality. And I'm very happy to say that he can go any part of the world and stay without any support. He can survive anywhere.
Yeah, without any amenities.
Yes,
you said that to me, and I felt, because nowadays kids are also, with the social media and with the world becoming so close together, right? Because you get to see different cultures, and I too feel like sometimes kids grow up with the sense of entitlement, and as parents, if we don't nurture the other side of our culture, then it becomes very easy to forget things.
Correct.
That's amazing the way you managed to keep the roots intact.
Correct.
To go back to, being in college, so what did you study? Did you study IT?
I was very good in mathematics.
Okay.
Somehow maths was my first love. Sorry, my Tejas, don't take it that way. And did my master's in mathematics. And in part of the place where we come from, there is no guidance. You just go with the flow, like bachelor's and the master's, and then go PhD, become a teacher. That is a culture. Or many kids, they go for civil services. They go for IAS and PCS, and many of them go for engineering. Many of them go MBBS. So that is a stream divided based on your interest.
And it was always limited.
There is no career guidance. When we were studying, actually, that things are different right now. So it is very simple logic. You did 12th. Now to go, if you are bachelor's, then go master's. And I was very lucky that I get into a professional degree, which is MBA. So I did, in fact, a double master's. After my MSc, I had no clue which direction I will go. I became self-dependent at the age of 13. I started earning when I was 13. And
what made you do that?
Nothing actually. It is everything comes naturally. Need basis. The fact is, when I see my family is working very hard and no luxury for anything, everything, my dad goes. He was into the small business, and so you start seeing and start feeling the pain of your parents actually. And I was good in maths. people used to come and ask the question. So that is how I started getting paid.
Okay.
I started giving tuitions at the age of 13 and 14.
Very nice.
So
For
I
younger
started,
children.
I started teaching KG kids, 5th grade, 6th graders. That is how I started. I got my first tuition fees at 50 rupees, I still remember. So maybe late 90s.
Wow.
And then I started getting into the proper organized tuition structure. When I was in 11th grade, I started teaching 10th students. When I was in 12th, I started teaching 11th. So that is one more advantage I used to have, that I get refreshed on my knowledge. I get very well actually. So it was my practice as well as earning. And when I went to the college, graduation BSc first year, where I joined a professional coaching center, where I go as a teacher and take classes and get 400, 500 bucks monthly.
Monthly,
Yes. So that is how the entrepreneur journey, when you say that, entrepreneurship, that is how it started building within the personality actually. So it gives you a very different feeling. Like once you start earning a penny actually, and then there's a different taste.
Yeah, it gives you a different taste.
Different taste. That is how it started. And the turning point, I guess, say that when I was giving tuition, when I was doing my master's, MSc, I was giving tuition to 2 kids in Varanasi. Both qualified and they become engineer. They qualified IIT.
Oh.
Yeah, so they cleared IIT.
That's huge.
Yes, and the father got Mr. Srivastava, actually, remember. And he was so impressed with me, and he wanted to help me so badly. And he was saying that, I want to help you. I said, what will help you do? Like,
what help can you do?
So he says, go and do MBA. I said, what is MBA? At that time, I did not even know what is MBA. He said that it's a...
So you were in your master's?
Yes, I was already completing my master's. And then he advised me to go to Lucknow. It's called Sherwood College of Management. It was a very big, the building picture I saw, that I felt like it's a Taj Mahal that time. So I got very infatuated by seeing the picture of the college. And the fees was out of my zone, out of question. Like I said, okay. But he insisted me because his brother was the chairman of the college.
See how life,
So he helped me. I remember he paid partial my fees as well. And that is how I get into the college. And it was a very difficult journey, Hindi medium student, going to a very lavish college, co-ed college, where everybody is like differently dressed, coming in the nice car. And at that time I remember I go by walk. Like obviously, so that journey was very different for me, and I remember those days, and I can say that yes, those.
And how did you survive? Were you still doing your monthly?
Yes. So what happened is, good thing is I started classes in BBA.
Of course you did.
So what happened, because I knew the chairman and he helped me, and he gave me classes in BBA, and that I started earning. And he gave me a place to stay in the college. So I am very thankful to everyone who helped me actually. And to be very honest, that those time, 25 years back, people used to still offer help actually, but now things have changed.
Which is one of the reasons I've started Business Best Friends as a club as well, because in business too, you need each other to support each other. I think there came a period, like you said, the past 10 years, maybe 10, 15 years, where it's all about what can I do and how can I survive. And I think it was also what the world was demanding, right?
Correct.
But we want to create a space in which businesses can support each other. That's the way in which you can grow, because you need that village, whether it is to raise your family or to raise your business. And without people like you said, who has been helping you all throughout your life, and I think you went with the flow of what somebody showed you.
Yes, and I would also say that destiny may play certain role actually. Destiny plays certain role.
Also mindset. Because you've always been a very positive person from what you have mentioned.
Correct.
There's also a lot of us thinking, it is possible. You going to Varanasi from your village to Varanasi, and from there to Lucknow, everything is just...
Correct.
You also believe that it's possible.
It is possible. See, hard work, first of all, there is no substitute. hard work means hard work. You can't just replace it with any shortcuts. New generation kids. I remember my son asking me question yesterday. I have two kids, by the way.
Yeah.
The younger one, he asked me a question yesterday over the chat. About what chat GPT? 10 question I will ask, it will ask me to pay money. What is this?
Yeah.
So obviously it's a free version. You have to pay the money.
You have to.
So they are so dependent on this tech, where we used to find ourselves. Anything and everything you have to dig out and find. That makes a big difference, actually.
Right. Remember the time when we wanted to go to universities. We had to go to a library, get those books which were on all the list of universities that's available. And then now it's like the click of a button.
But
you
I'll
get
tell you one thing. I would not say it's a bad thing. No. I would not say it's a bad thing, but there has to be base. Yeah. I always teach my kids that, okay, good you use the technology, good you are on the phone, but don't make a habit or depending on them completely, right? Yeah. Sometimes you go out without the phone. It is good to have it, actually. Go out without the phone and explore the life.
Yeah. Can your kids do that?
Yes.
I know your older son can.
Yes, that is why that my wife is very particular, and they did not have the phone until my elder one was 14. He did not have a phone.
To grow up in GCC and not do that, it's a big deal.
I'll tell you very simple. Since he grew up in that mindset that he will not have a phone, he was mentally prepared. Despite seeing every other child in his school having the phone, even the school where they go to study, okay, they leave the phone at the school reception, and that's a different story. Yeah. But I'll tell you my elder one, because we forgot to focus on him because we had an extremely high focus on our elder one.
Yeah, on the younger one, you forgot to focus.
We forgot to focus on the younger one, that we should not give him a phone. And then it is very difficult to tell him that this is not your age to have the phone. We face the challenge. Why? Because we did not follow the basics. I'll tell you, my friends, when we talk, I see a lot of parents feed their kids while having them tab on in their hands.
Literally on their faces.
Exactly.
And they feed them.
And they keep feeding because they find the easy way. Trust me.
It's a babysitter.
They are not making the life difficult for themselves, even for their kids. Let them cry, let them crave for the food, let them be hungry, and he will eat. Very simple logic. But our lives have become so competitive, fast moving, that we don't have time to think about something which is slightly difficult and routine.
True.
We want everything easy. My kids never tasted soft drinks.
Yeah, you mentioned.
They have never tasted Coke, Pepsi, or any particular brand which is fizzy drinks, soda in their life. Even elder one is now 17.
Still now?
No.
Okay,
no.
I tried to implement that. They went to school and then it changed.
Yes, because again, if the base is not clear, you can't change it. And it's very challenging to convince them. And they have a bigger logic and stronger logic that you and I can think.
Yes, they do. So what did you do the MBA in?
I did in marketing and sales.
Marketing and sales.
And very interestingly, after I completed my MBA, I had a dream that I got MBA degree. I will be picked by top companies across the world. They will come to my campus and handpick me and give me a very decent 50,000, 60,000 rupees that time, actually.
That time, yeah.
And it got shattered completely in our fourth semester, where we were struggling to get internship. It was mandatory to have the internship, right? When you go with your CV printed, and nobody is ready to take you even free of cost. Internship was supposed to be free. Even free, it was not possible. Those who had some Vasta, some connects, they will get, right? But those who do not have a connect, just go and struggle and come back and get depressed, literally. Then you start thinking, my God, free of cost, nobody is ready to give you any assignment. What will happen after 6 months once you are graduated? So those kind of realization has started coming when I was in the final grade. And it's typically, in 2001 I completed my MBA and went for a job, and nobody was willing to offer any job to freshers. Everybody wants the experienced
Yeah,
person.
yeah.
I remember that time I had a French beard so that I can look older. KBC started coming, Amitabh Bachchan started a French beard. So I try to replicate and have a French beard so that I go for interview, people take me seriously.
Yeah, but the CV did not reflect
No,
that.
no. I'll tell you very interestingly that I went to Delhi, I went to Mumbai
Looking
for
a
a job.
Okay.
Yes, I got a job of selling the spoons in the buses.
Wow.
So that was the job profile offered after MBA. Yeah, so then I left it in a day. Like, okay, this is not something I'm here for. Then somehow I got a credit card business sale. That is one easy job in early 2000 and all. Very easy. They don't pay you salary. You work, you bring the business, take the salary. But I started getting the exposure because I was reporting to a manager who was an employee of the bank. So then I decided somehow that okay, at least I get into something where I try to impress them, and then I can be hired. And that is my that is my first good decision, I would say. That I started selling credit cards. Then he moved me to car loans. So car loan was little reputed work than selling the card. And when you started selling the car, all your sales skills comes in the picture. And that is how I started meeting my targets. And then I was picked by HSBC. I started sitting in the branch, and where I get to see a real workers, which I was dreaming for, where you have a desk to sit, and when you see the people around you, so that environment started knocking my door. So I started picking up. And that is the journey.
How long did it take from credit card sales to being in the bank?
I was lucky enough.
Very hardworking. You should not
Yes,
dismiss that
I was
part.
lucky enough to get into the place which I wanted to in 3 years, 2.5, 3 years, where I see that my few friends, even if I go back, I see them still struggling within the same zone, within the same area. So hard work pays off, obviously, but again I said destiny. I will not deny that factor. Yes, but it has to be clubbed with the hard work. Destiny will never come to you and say, hey, did you take this?
Take this, yeah.
Yeah, so you have to work hard for that, actually, that is for sure. So bank journey started, and I started meeting my targets, and then I started getting promotions every 3 months because it was not a bank kind of full-time role, it was ad hoc basis. So when you have not you're not into the structured employment, people will give you incentives the way they want, right? So I started getting incentives. People started calling me in their teams, one team after the other team. So that is how I became a very good performer. So I remember still that I started earning more than the full-time employees of the bank because we used to get very good incentives.
Correct, yes.
So that is how journey started, and then I got my first opportunity to work for one oil field companies in Oman in 2004, if I'm not wrong, 2003, 2004. That is my first flight in my life.
My flight in general.
First flight, 2003, 2004. And I remember getting the aircraft and asking the air hostess that, where is my bag?
Really?
Yes.
Oh,
yes,
okay.
I did not know
never.
that they keep the bag separate and all, right? So she says, just sit down.
Don't worry, just sit.
No, they don't talk that time, right? Like people will not, they are not as polite as they were.
No, definitely. Customer service was.
Just go and sit down there. So I said, okay. So that I remember, I chose multiple connections so that I can fly multiple aircrafts. I was so infatuated with the flights.
Right.
So there was a direct flight, but there was an option.
Yeah.
They come via Mumbai or Delhi and all. So I chose. I said, give me as
Where were
many.
you based at this time?
I was in Delhi.
Delhi. Okay.
Yeah. So there was a direct flight from Delhi to Muscat.
To Oman. Yeah.
But the travel agents, no, there was no search engine that time. You go to the travel agency say that, oh sir, this amount, there's a via flight, and I said, okay, what is the maximum number of flights can? He said 2. I said, okay, I want that, and that was cheaper as well.
Yes, of course.
So that was my journey.
Because Oman is closer also to India, so
Yes.
you don't really need a
Correct. But
via
it
flight.
takes you to Mumbai and then Mumbai to Muscat, something like that.
Okay.
So I remember those days very well. And now I'll
You
tell
fly
you,
every other day.
Oh, now see, good thing is either you cry and crib for something which is a part of your routine, or start enjoying it. So I always go with the second option. I said, okay, I have to do it. It is. I'm blessed.
Yes.
I remember those days where I was craving for seeing the aircraft in front of you, right? So what I'm trying to tell you that yes, it is not that easy, right? But you get to enjoy, and then things will be changed.
True. And like you said, because sometimes this was something which you said infatuated with, something you never thought would happen when, that little boy growing up in Varanasi would have never dreamed of having these frequent flying and all that.
Correct.
But sometimes it's also easy for us to forget where we came from and how we used to crave it at one point, and now it just becomes a routine unless we sit down and really give it few moments and be grateful, because that's huge too.
True. Very true.
And you were the older son, or
I'm the youngest one.
You're the youngest one
Yes.
in the family. So
Yeah.
what was that mindset that made you want to be at the age of 13 independent? Was it something you saw from your dad, because he's an entrepreneur? You said he was.
Honestly speaking,
or were your brothers?
entrepreneur is not a right word
Right.
for that type of.
Correct.
It was like a.
Businessman.
I would not even say businessman.
No. Okay.
Having a shop, you call it entrepreneur or call it a businessman, but it was like a no choice. You have to earn. Go to the rural part of India. Every single person will be opening a shop and selling something. It was that. So very simple. What makes you think that I should or you should earn? Need. And I would not say 100% it, because everybody feels that, okay.
Exactly. Your siblings had also had the same need.
Yeah. But something like how well you are connected with your roots, and how well you are connected with your parents, how well you are connected with their pain. And second thing is, since I was fortunate enough to have a good education, and maths is the one subject that it's a need for everyone. I can say that I was in a very high demand zone where I get an opportunity and I grabbed it actually.
And it's also the thing, when opportunities come, you need to be able to identify it and grab it.
Exactly. Yeah. I remember always somebody told me, opportunity knocks only once, something like that.
Once.
This sentence was a kind of mantra in my life actually.
And sometimes you don't even realize it's an opportunity. Something just comes. You only realize it's an opportunity when, in hindsight, when you think about it later on. You've been in Oman since, or when did you move to US? Because I know you.
I moved very quickly. Oman is a very lovely place, by the way. I would suggest everyone to visit Oman. Oman is a very natural, very calm place, and very lovely people, most importantly. And I was working a reasonably good job, and I got opportunity to go to US, and like everyone, I grabbed it. Like, oh, it's America. Okay, fine, let me go. I went to US, and the company which I was working in Oman has an option to study a particular technology. So they asked me, I took it. I said, okay, fine, because they said partially it will be sponsored. So I said, fine. Partially means very partially.
Yes.
And then I took it and went to US, got enrolled in the particular subject. Good thing is, there was again, I say, why I'm using the destiny word again. Like everybody goes for interview for US consulate, will get rejection. That is very common. But my interview took hardly 5 minutes. I thought he's not interested, but he just told me that leave your passport, come and collect after 2 days.
Oh wow!
So I did not know that what does it mean.
Right.
Why he's keeping my passport?
Yes.
So when I came out, I spoke to a friend. He said, "Oh, that means your visa is granted. So that is why they're keeping." So again, say that destiny. If my destiny was not there, then probably I would not get the US visa. I went to US, and my good thing what happened is my wife was working.
Okay.
I met, by the way, I met my wife in Oman, and she was doing her internship. She was studying in US, came to Oman because her parents were in Oman. She was doing an internship in Oman, and she came for internship in where I was working.
Interesting.
That is
That's
where
her.
I met. Then we started liking each other, and then
Is she also from, where is she from in India?
she is from Gujarat actually. Yeah, yeah. So that is how things started, and I went to US, got in my college. My dean of the college was from Bangladesh actually, passionate cricketer.
Okay.
US passport, obviously migrated long back, and he was reading my CV, and he says cricket, and that is how he conned on me separately. He says, "You play cricket?" I said, "Yes." I said, "I want to talk to you." I said, "Okay." I said, "I have a match on Sunday. Come and play for my team." I said, "Wow." Surprisingly, when I went for a match, everyone in the team, somebody is from 10 years, somebody is from 20 years, somebody is from the childhood, and they're playing first match.
Nice.
I was the only person when I say I came last evening, or maybe a couple of days back, and I'm playing match. Everybody says, "Man,
Yeah,
what a luck." So basically, once you start playing cricket, you create a bond, and that is how I started bonding with many people. Within a week or 10 days, I had a bunch of friends in New York. Yes, and those are very good people. Somebody is a CEO of XYZ company, and somebody, you know. And I scored few runs, and that is how my dean started connecting well. And third day, he gave me an offer to work for his company. He has an IT company.
Oh.
And he knew my CV that has a IT. I was part of my previous profile, and he said, "You want to earn?" I said, "Yes." I said, "I'll give you $20 a day."
Okay.
So $20 a day.
A day.
Yes. I said, "Yes, I want to work." I said, "I don't have authorization to work." I said, "Don't worry, I'll give you a special permission from college." So college used to give them a CPT and OPT, the curriculum practical training and optional practical training. He gave me. And when I got it, everybody is saying, "I'm here from last 2 years. I don't have a CPT." So like I said, like things are there for you. You need to grab it.
True.
I got it and started working and started making good numbers into his business, and he was very impressed. My first office in America was in Empire State Building, where people will dream to go. And I was having access to go to the top floor every single day. So I started working, and that is how things started changing.
And then when did you decide to found your own company? When did that happen?
Again, like I was, one fine day there was a issue where all the buses were stuck in the traffic. There was a massive, I used to live in New Jersey and office was in New York City. And everybody, irrespective of your personality, where you are a CEO of the company or a founder of the company or a multimillionaire, everybody goes into the bus.
Yes.
Right? And buses, because it takes you faster. New York City has traffic issue, parking issue, the people take the buses. So I was there one fine day, the traffic got some issue, everybody was walking. And I had a couple of couple of unknown people. I started talking and all, and then get into a place where 7-8 hours we were together that particular day. And then I spoke to a few friends what do you do and all. One of them said that, okay, this and that. Next day I get a call from a company based in New York City, much larger company. He says, "I got a reference from this gentleman." I don't know the gentleman. Yeah, I got into the interview and they picked me up, and that is how I got a very decent job, from $20 a day to a decent job.
Yeah.
And that was my changing point, where I get to say you have to show the skill to a right place to get a right result, right? So I got a platform where I could show my skill. So I started delivering a very good results, and that got my bosses got impressed, and they filed my PR, and they say that now the journey of entrepreneurship. 2009, the financial crisis hit US, where every day you listen to a story where this company shut dust company is down and all. When my boss says that, Shiv, I think you take a 2-3 months of leave and come back and work. To be very honest with you, that time I had my first child,
Yeah.
and I never wanted him to grow in US,
US,
actually somehow.
yeah.
And I said, okay, I will do one thing. I will go back to other countries, back to India, or I'll go back to Oman. And I'll come back when market is okay. He said, no, I know that you will not come back. He said that, I know, Shiv, when you go, you'll never come back. That is where he offered me a partnership in the company. He gave me a small portion of partnership. He says, do one thing. Go and work for me, but obviously it's a tech business. You can work remotely and all. So I moved to Oman. I started working in the night. So I used to work whole night and then work in whole day. So I used to sleep only 4-5 in between, 4-5 hours. So then that entrepreneurship started. So I'm still part of that group, and then gave me opportunity to go to the new company and the new company and then another company, and all that is how it started. My local friends in Oman, very good connections. They said that let's start this company and let's start that company.
Yeah.
We started. Honestly speaking, nothing was a cakewalk. Like you start and suddenly it clicks.
Business is not, yes.
It took a lot of time, struggle. You get upset, you get frustrated. You say, "Oh, this is not a place where I supposed to be." That's everything happened with me. Actually, I can tell you, everything happened with me. Got frustrated, packed my bag. That sorry, I'm not here. I'm not made for this place. Everything happened. So again, my wife was a pillar. She gave me a lot of support, and I follow a friend who is my guru, and I can say guru who is my friend.
Yes. Okay.
The spiritual connection helped me throughout my life. Actually, whenever you are in a very tough time, you call somebody, and the most important thing is more than spiritual. It is a belief. If you know that the person whom you are talking to or getting advice from, he is somebody who is a well-wisher, he will never give a wrong answer or wrong advice. So that confidence was there. So my guru was like very, very connected. I can call him and then I get the inspiration, okay, no, just wait for some more time. Or instead of this, try this then. And that formula clicked. Right? Very, 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 very important point which I want to mention here, because all the listeners, because when you asked me to come for this podcast, I thought if one person's, just one guy, a girl, anybody who gets inspired from the hard work, what struggle I had in my life, that is reward for me actually. So I was building a platform, 3-4 years struggling and all. The results were not coming to me in my way. I was getting frustrated. And then I broke up with my partner and business partner, and went to collect my laptop back. And I get a call from that line number. I picked up the phone. And that call was for my partner. But the business what I initiated. So I realized that, okay, that business which I'm trying to dig out, trying to get out, it's something is not coming to me. Why? Because it has created a path that it is going to the other direction.
The other direction, yes, to the other side.
So that was like, wow. And that the person who spoke to me, she asked my mobile number, and that is how we connected. And then I digged out that she was very frustrated on the other side as a client. Very frustrated that she is not getting the committed services and all. Then I took over, and then I got connected with those faces where I was working with.
Right.
I said, okay. So then we created a platform, and things got changed completely. So another thing is hard work and honesty.
Yes.
It will pay you off.
Yeah, it will.
Simple.
Yes.
Simple. So whatever portion of the reward made for you, it will come to you sooner or later. Yes. You have to be ready to grab it. If you run away, you will miss the award. Yeah. Simple. So I grabbed it, and it happened to be a close to $100 million business actually. Wow. So that. Yes.
And it reminds me of that cartoon where they show you that a guy is trying to dig for diamonds and then been digging for a long time, and at the last minute they give up. So like you said, as long as you don't give up and then you continue to grab it, it's just there.
Correct.
For you, you were almost ready to give up, right?
I told you, I packed my bag that I'm not going to come back here. And that point, I get a call. So I said, destiny, luck, and it favors if you are honest and hardworking.
Working hard.
Very simple.
And I'm so grateful for you to actually talk about the pains of running a business and the frustrations you have, because mostly what happens is not many business owners talk about it, and youngsters nowadays who are, or anyone who's starting business, they actually get to see only the highlights, the good things, and people talking about the successes they have had, and they think when they are doing their own business, they feel like, why is it so easy for others and why is it so hard for me and I'm struggling. But they don't understand, and people need to talk more about the frustrations, the failures they have gone through, because that's an integral part of building character and building your business. That's the thing nowadays with social media and everything, you only get to see
exactly
the positives.
Exactly. So this generation is a real generation. Okay, 30 seconds.
Yes.
You get to see it in 30 seconds. We watch highlight. I'm a big cricket fan actually, and after every match, if India wins, I watch the highlight.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. So if India loses, then forget it. I'm not interested. So we watch the highlight, detailed highlight, which is like 30, 40, 50 minutes. But now when I see my son, he goes to a highlight which is 2-3 minutes.
Yeah, maximum.
Yeah. So that is a difference. And that is not a reel or a highlight. That is a character and personality. Because you want to make things very quick. You want a result very quick. You don't have a patience because you started getting everything so simple that you do not want to wait. And when my son, he's playing again, I said he's a cricketer, plays for under 19 Oman national team. And he loves to play T20, T10.
Right, yes.
When he say 50 overs, he shows, even good thing is he scores centuries in 17 overs itself. He's opener batsman and gets out. I say, you have a 50 overs, you can score double 100 and all, but no patience.
No patience. Oh.
That is the problem. See, real is something that transforms into a personality. That we all need to understand, especially parents, that get out of the real zone.
I just wanted to ask you, of course, your story is really inspirational from where you grew up to what you have built. What would be your message to those youngsters who are in villages now, don't have the kind of luxury that would help them to get to positions that they deserve? What would you advise to youngsters like that?
They are lucky enough to have all the platform which we did not have.
Yeah.
They get to see the entire world. At least they get to see where they are heading towards or where they plan to go towards. In our days, it was just an assumption. Just an assumption. We see the aircraft from 10,000 meters on the ground and we assume that it has 2 wings, it has 2 engines or 4 engines. We assume the way we want. But now the situation is completely different. You can see it, you can feel it, but they see it and they feel that with 30 seconds in the cycle where they can get everything. My messages and advices to them that there is to make this 30 seconds real, it takes hours for those who are building. Do not forget that hours to get to do the 30 seconds. So life is not about the reel. The good reel is about what the hard work of the team who are building it. That is the message, that there is no substitute, there is no shortcuts. You have to study. People, especially young generation kids who are into the extracurricular activities, dances, music, sports, they feel that they become successful and they do not want to study. These activities are short-term activities. If you pick up the example of those success story of the sportsman or cricketers, actresses, if they are qualified, they build up the career.
Yes.
Behind their successful, active life. If you are educated, you can build companies who can train those cricketers. So basically, there is no shortcut. You have to study and then perform your dream
Yes.
with honesty. That is what I can say. In my life, I can't say that I'm a very successful person. I'm still learning, right? Every day, like I try to get something into my personality where I can incorporate. Every single day I try to learn. So I never stop learning, okay? When you see people, when you meet people, try to find the inspiration from them. I met few people who started creating impact in my life. See how they behave. The classic example is Pankaj Khimji, who is a chairman of Oman Cricket Board. He is into the everywhere, like nice business, government, everything. But he's such a humble personality, very humble. You meet him and you realize that money does not bring you attitude and arrogance. You can still stay on the ground. I met a gentleman from Century Finance, Balakrishnan, here in Dubai. His personality impresses me every single day. A gentleman is not educated. He was a T-boy in the company. And he is now chairman of the company. He's a multi-million, not, I think it is into the billions actually. Yeah. His personality is something that if I have to say a few names, that he's one of them. And take the positive side of the personality always. My son comes and say, my sir was smoking. He saw his teacher was smoking outside the class. He saw him. I said, you talk about teacher and he was smoking. I said, everyone has positives and negatives, right? Everyone. You have to see, he's a teacher. And he's teacher within the school, not outside the school. As long as he's not smoking in front of you, you saw him is a different story, because obviously he was
within the school.
Within the school, maybe some other places you saw him. Does not mean that you have to learn. His role is education. He is teaching maths, science, and all. Just learn from them. In personal life, he could be something different. So these are the things that we want to have it and move on.
Like we mentioned initially, you've got companies in 7, 8 countries, I think, and branches. How many employees do you have in total?
If I count my numbers, those who are on my direct payroll, it will be 500 plus.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if I count a subcontractor, so number will be very high.
What is the environment like within the companies?
See, since we do not get to talk to each employees, which is practically not possible, but whichever opportunity we get to talk to them, we try to create an environment where they can feel connected. See, working environment, because I was an employee, I understand what I like, what I don't like from the employer side. So I make sure that those likes can get implemented in my organization, and those employees who do well, I always try to talk to them in groups or individuals. If I know that these particular segments of the employees are doing well, I get the report. I make a point to meet them. Okay. Yes, and that also motivates others to get to a situation where they can see the top management. So when you meet them, especially our annual day, by the way, in Sphere IT, we do annual day. Okay. We got close to 350 plus employees here in Dubai. We got very casually. We get into the platform where openness, comfort, they can talk to you as a friend, not as an employee and employer. You dance with them, even though you don't know how to dance. You don't know how to dance, yes. You play the game with them. Yes. You come on the stage, ask the question, let them feel comfortable. So those environments creates a very good bonding.
Would you say that your leadership style is also a very open leadership style? And do you try to make sure that your leaders within the organization also have the same mission and vision and values as you?
Those things, honestly, it is not in your hand, I always say that, because I think the way I am, but others will not be able to or cannot think the way you are. What you can do is you can manage and maintain what you have in the control. Other people, other managers, you can only try to see they do the best as per your criteria. As long as you monitor them, it is fine. See, another thing is, out of 100 people, everyone will not be the way you want, right? People will be a different mind setup. They will come and go. I always try to retain certain assets who are my employees, And I'm very thankful actually. Another thing is like having a business partner, because when you are doing business in a large size, when you have a 13, 14 countries as a operational places and all, my partners play an amazing role in my life. And I'm very thankful and very grateful to my partners actually. I can say that I'm lucky enough to have those partners in my life. And another important point, it is not true that every partner I work with them, I gel with them, or they are loyal or committed. It is a journey. People will come and go. You have to choose whom you want to take along. So finally, I am able to manage a set of friends who are my partners, and we enjoy. In my board meetings, out of 1 hour board meeting, I would say 50 minutes we laugh. Out of the subject, out of the question, 10 minutes we discuss the balance sheet. So that is a kind of relationship we have between partners. And that is I can say that again, I'm blessed on that side. So these 3-4 partners out of 20 partners I would have worked, people would have cheated, people would have taken money out of you. It is a part and parcel. I always say to your listeners, like, it is not important that everyone you meet, they'll be a loyal, good friend and committed to you. People will come and go. Choose the best of them. And people who are cheating, let them cheat and go. Let them be happy.
True.
Right?
Yeah.
Look for another alternative. Learn from the mistakes and look for the permanent partner.
Yes,
who will carry you. Yeah, correct.
Let's say there's an employee or one of your managers who've actually left and wants to start their own business. What would be your advice to them?
That is a very emotional question. I'll be very honest with you. That is a very emotional question, because when your company is your baby,
yeah,
and you grow your baby, and suddenly you see that somebody is trying to harm your baby, the natural instinct will be protect your business and counter action against the employee. But I'll tell you that has to be balanced.
And let's say on the other side, there's someone who wants to start something completely different and want to be an entrepreneur like you. What would you advise them? How would they start and to build something by themselves? What would be the first steps that they would?
First thing I suggest, never pick up subject which is not you are into. Like,
true. Yeah.
First is command. You have to be starting something which you like, something which under your command. Like, I am infatuated with aircraft. Does not mean I'll start a aircraft business. It does not mean. What I can start within my reach.
Right.
If something is not within your reach, trust me, success is very, very challenging. So first thing, pick up a subject which is within your control, within your range, and then look for a baby step. Don't look for suddenly jumping into the 100 million of investments. Look for a smaller step. Look for somebody who can trust you, not your business. Because I have to invest money. I don't see the business, I see the person. And there I see the business. That is how I invest money.
Yes.
So very simple.
Awesome. And then start baby steps and then start.
Baby step, take couple of steps at a time. Keep working hard, and there could be a time where you may or may not be successful on that particular subject. Take a learning and move on. And control our emotion sometimes, like you keep falling, but you don't want to give up. Certain times you have to realize that we have to apply a brake, which is very important.
Yeah.
Because it does not mean that if 100 and million people have been successful in that particular industry, you will also be successful. Maybe it is not made for you. Take a real decision and move on. Switch your subject to another subject which can fit in your criteria.
True. Yeah.
So emotions and business are two different things. Obviously, it is very difficult that you can't move your emotions out, but create a balance. That is what I want to say.
Yeah, it has to be more logical.
Correct.
That's something. Thank you so much, Shiv. It has been an absolute pleasure sharing your story. It's a very inspiring story to see everything that you have built and so many lives that you have changed, and so many people that you will be inspiring through the podcast. Really, really grateful for being a part of Business Best Friends.
Thank you very much. Thank you to your listeners. I hope this can change even one life, and if I'm able to do it, I would like to listen. If there is any platform to know,
Yes, we
I'll be
will
very
get back to
grateful.
you on that.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much, guys.
Thank you. Thank you everyone for watching. This was another episode of Business Best Friends.